Vietnamese women have long been symbols of resilience, strength, and unyielding determination in the face of adversity. From ancient rebellions against foreign invaders to modern-day leadership in various fields, Vietnamese women have consistently defied expectations, breaking barriers and rewriting history. Their roles have been crucial not only in the family but also in the national identity and cultural landscape of Vietnam. This piece takes a closer look at the historical context of Vietnamese women, their significant battle against China, and their modern-day contributions, painting a vivid picture of their unshakable position in Vietnamese society. Now let's begin. Vietnam's history is steeped in stories of resistance, survival, and resilience. Central to these stories is the integral role of Vietnamese women, who, despite enduring centuries of foreign domination, continue to stand tall as pillars of strength. Their legacy has transcended generations, cementing their place in Vietnam's cultural consciousness. One of the earliest and most striking examples of this resilience is the Trung sisters, Trung Trac and Trung Nhi, who led the first large-scale revolt against the Eastern Han Dynasty in 40 AD. The rebellion began when the Chinese governor To Jin imposed oppressive taxes on the local population. The Trung sisters, deeply influenced by the injustices they saw around them, rallied thousands of followers, including other women, to resist the foreign occupation. Their army, predominantly women, was not just fighting for territory but for dignity, for the protection of their families, and for the future of their culture. Though the rebellion was ultimately crushed by the might of the Chinese forces, the Trung sisters became immortalized in Vietnamese history. Their courage and leadership are revered, especially as they were among the first women to take up arms in direct opposition to an empire much stronger than their own. The cultural impact of their revolt was immense, igniting a spirit of nationalism that would echo throughout Vietnam's history. In later centuries, during the French colonial period and the American War, the role of Vietnamese women evolved, but their foundational strength remained unchanged. Women not only participated in guerrilla warfare, but many also served as spies, medics, and strategists. Their involvement in the Vietnam War, for example, was indispensable, with women like Nguyen Thi Dinh leading military operations and mobilizing support for the revolutionary forces. The long-standing legacy of resistance has shaped the perception of Vietnamese women as strong, unwavering, and fiercely patriotic. From the early days of rebellion to modern conflicts, the women of Vietnam have always been at the heart of the nation's fight for autonomy. Vietnam's relationship with China has been fraught with conflict, as the Chinese Empire has repeatedly sought to exert control over Vietnam. However, it is the role of Vietnamese women in these struggles that truly sets the country apart from other nations. The Trung sisters' revolt was just the beginning of a long and turbulent history between Vietnam and China. While Vietnam has faced many foreign threats, the fierce resistance from its women made it clear that the fight for independence would not easily be suppressed. Throughout the centuries, Vietnamese women have consistently resisted Chinese domination in various ways, not just as warriors but as powerful symbols of defiance. During the 1st century AD, after the failure of the Trung sisters' revolt, Lady Trieu, also known as Trieu Thi Trinh, continued the fight. She became an iconic figure when she led an army of both men and women against Chinese forces with the slogan, "Men go ahead, women follow me." Her legacy, like the Trung sisters, is still celebrated in Vietnam today. Lady Trieu's fight against China symbolizes the determination of Vietnamese women to protect their homeland, regardless of the odds. But it wasn't just during these ancient conflicts that Vietnamese women stood up to China. In modern times, particularly during the Sino-Vietnamese War of 1979, women once again demonstrated their unwavering courage. They fought side by side with their male counterparts, defending their country against one of the most powerful military forces in the world. Despite the immense challenges and sacrifices, the spirit of defiance remained alive. This legacy continues to shape the identity of Vietnamese women today, strong, resilient, and unwilling to back down in the face of adversity. Their courage is also reflected in the role of Vietnamese women in protecting the cultural heritage of the nation. Throughout the centuries, women have preserved traditional customs and practices, passing them down to younger generations, ensuring that Vietnam's identity remained intact despite the forces that sought to erase it. The Vietnamese people, particularly women, are a testament to the power of cultural preservation and the lengths they will go to protect their heritage. Vietnamese women have not only played pivotal roles in the country's history, but they continue to shape its future. In modern times, they have broken through societal barriers and have become leaders in various fields, from politics to business, education, and technology. Their influence is not just confined to their homes or communities, it extends to the global stage. One prominent example is Nguyen Thi Binh, a key figure during the Vietnam War who later became a prominent diplomat and vice president of Vietnam. She was an advocate for peace during the war, and her diplomacy helped to bring attention to the plight of the Vietnamese people on the international stage. As a powerful female leader, she proved that women could not only participate in politics, but also excel in roles traditionally dominated by men. In the business world, Pham Thi Kim Oanh, an environmentalist and entrepreneur, exemplifies how Vietnamese women are leading in innovative fields. Oanh has gained recognition worldwide for her work in environmental sustainability, establishing herself as a trailblazer in a traditionally male-dominated industry. Additionally, Vietnamese women have become a force to be reckoned with in the tech industry. Women like Jo Thi Mai Lan, a tech entrepreneur, have made strides in digital innovation, proving that Vietnamese women are not only a vital part of the country's cultural fabric, but also its economic future. These achievements in politics, business, and technology demonstrate that Vietnamese women are no longer confined to the traditional roles of wives and mothers, but are actively contributing to the growth and development of Vietnam in profound ways. As Vietnam continues to modernize, women's contributions will become even more central to the country's progress. Their resilience, intelligence, and ability to lead across all sectors position them as the future architects of Vietnam's prosperity. From the battlefield to the boardroom, Vietnamese women are showing the world that they are a force that should never be underestimated. In Vietnam, the role of women extends far beyond mere household responsibilities. They are the true pillars of society, embodying the values of care, education, and resilience within the family unit. Family is deeply revered in Vietnamese culture, and women are at the core of this familial bond, shaping not only the lives of their immediate relatives, but also contributing significantly to the cultural and moral upbringing of the next generation. The matrilineal influence in Vietnam can be seen in the way women are often the decision-makers when it comes to daily family matters, as well as in the way they preserve and transmit cultural traditions. Vietnamese women are typically the primary caretakers of children, but they also play an essential role in managing the family's finances and making key decisions that affect the household. Their ability to balance multiple roles, educators, caregivers, managers, and providers, highlights the complexity and strength of Vietnamese women. In addition to their familial responsibilities, women are often entrepreneurs, starting small businesses to support their families. This entrepreneurial spirit is particularly strong in rural areas, where women run local shops, farms, and artisanal crafts businesses. These efforts have not only allowed families to thrive, but have also fostered community cohesion, as these women often become central figures in their neighborhoods. Vietnamese women's commitment to education is another cornerstone of the family's success. They prioritize the education of their children, encouraging them to excel academically and attain better prospects than they themselves might have had. This drive for educational excellence is rooted in the belief that education is the key to breaking the cycle of poverty and ensuring a brighter future for the next generation. Their ability to balance the demands of family, work, and social life makes Vietnamese women the bedrock upon which the country's social fabric is built. Despite the pressures, they maintain an unwavering commitment to their families, often putting the needs of their loved ones before their own. In doing so, they set the stage for the personal and national success of future generations. To understand the deep-rooted strength of Vietnamese women, one must first grasp the concept of Nhan, a core value in Vietnamese culture that translates loosely to humanity or compassion. This concept is not just a philosophical notion, but a guiding principle for how Vietnamese people, particularly women, navigate their relationships with others and the world around them. Nhan is about fostering kindness, compassion, and respect for others, and it emphasizes the importance of moral integrity and empathy. For Vietnamese women, this principle manifests in how they take care of their families, their communities, and their country. Compassionate leadership is a cornerstone of their influence, whether it's guiding their children with wisdom, supporting their husbands, or helping their neighbors. Vietnamese women demonstrate Nhan in every aspect of their lives. The cultural practice of family honor is intertwined with the concept of Nhan, as it is women who are often responsible for maintaining the reputation and dignity of the family unit. This responsibility is not just about adhering to societal norms, but is also about ensuring that respect is given to others and that kindness and empathy are extended in all interactions. Moreover, this sense of humanity is not limited to family or close relationships. Vietnamese women's cultural roles extend to community activism and social contributions. Many women engage in charity work, especially in times of crisis, when they become the first to offer assistance to those in need. Their actions are often rooted in a strong sense of duty to their fellow citizens, reflecting the values of collective well-being over individualism. The idea of Nhan also ties into how Vietnamese women value selflessness and sacrifice, often choosing to put others' needs before their own. This deep-seated value of compassion is what makes Vietnamese women not just survivors of history, but the architects of a culture that celebrates unity, empathy, and mutual respect. While Vietnamese women have always been a force within their own country, their influence has also extended far beyond Vietnam's borders. In the global arena, they are making their mark in various fields, ranging from diplomacy and business to science and humanitarian efforts, proving that the strength of Vietnamese women transcends geographical boundaries. One of the most notable examples is Ngo Bao Chao, a mathematician whose groundbreaking work in algebraic geometry earned her the prestigious Fields Medal, the highest honor in mathematics. Her achievement was not only a monumental personal victory, but also a victory for the global community, as it highlighted the intellectual prowess of Vietnamese women. Chao's success serves as an inspiration for young women worldwide, particularly those in STEM fields where female representation has often been sparse. Another figure making waves internationally is Pham Thai Kim Oanh, a Vietnamese environmentalist who has gained recognition for her work in sustainability and environmental conservation. Her efforts to combat climate change and promote green technology have brought attention to the critical issues facing the planet, and she has used her platform to advocate for environmentally conscious policies, both within Vietnam and globally. Vietnamese women have also made their presence known in international diplomacy. Nguyen Thi Bien, who served as a leading figure in Vietnam's peace talks during the Vietnam War, played a pivotal role in securing Vietnam's place in international relations. Later, as Vietnam's vice president, she became a symbol of the country's evolving political landscape, demonstrating that Vietnamese women are not just political figures, but also crucial players on the world stage. These contributions go beyond just individual accomplishments. They reflect the larger impact that Vietnamese women are having on shaping global conversations, particularly on topics like sustainability, education, and scientific progress. Their influence continues to grow, and as more Vietnamese women step into leadership roles, they will undoubtedly continue to challenge norms and break barriers on the global stage. So, why should you never underestimate Vietnamese women? Throughout history, Vietnamese women have been a defining force in shaping their country's fate, from resisting foreign invaders to driving societal progress in modern times. Their legacy of resilience, courage, and leadership has made them not just survivors, but active architects of Vietnam's national identity. Whether they were leading battles against foreign forces like China or holding vital roles in today's global arenas, the strength of Vietnamese women is unparalleled. Their unwavering resolve, compassionate nature, and cultural significance are integral to the heart of Vietnamese society, showcasing a unique blend of wisdom, resilience, and determination that has stood the test of time. Their historical contributions, particularly during the fight against foreign domination, reflect a deep commitment to their country and families. From the Trung sisters to Lady Trio and beyond, Vietnamese women have shown that no challenge is too great and no power too mighty to break their will. Their strength transcends the battlefield, shaping the cultural and moral fabric of Vietnam and continuing to inspire future generations. In modern times, Vietnamese women have not only excelled in traditional roles, but have also taken on leadership positions in various fields such as politics, business, and technology. Women like Nguyen Thi Binh, Ngo Bao Chao, and Pham Thi Kim Owan have proven that Vietnamese women are just as capable of achieving great things on the global stage. Their influence is undeniable, breaking barriers and paving the way for others to follow. The resilience of Vietnamese women, whether through their bravery in wars, their ability to overcome societal limitations, or their contributions to shaping the future of Vietnam, is truly remarkable. Underestimating them would be a grave mistake, for they are far more than a symbol of strength. They are an active and essential force that continues to drive Vietnam's growth, both locally and globally. So, what aspect of Vietnamese women's history or contributions stood out to you the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful stories on powerful figures and cultural histories around the world. Thank you for watching.